Good morning. It is Thursday. This is second day out of the hospital. And we definitely had ice on the windshield this morning. I should let my car warm up because I don't have remote start. And so yeah, yesterday we made some mistakes doing some of the work there. It wasn't that big of a deal. I was working with the new guy, Ryan, because Jude, who's in Ford Asset School, basically said he doesn't know what he's doing taking the timing cover off the car. So Ryan, who has, in my opinion, probably a little less skill than Jude, stepped up along with myself, took the timing cover completely off. He made the call that it was compromised, and I concur. Good job for him, because he could have just blindly put the car back together without saying anything and saying, hey, and the customer could have had a problem that could have cost us a big headache. But good for him, right? So good for him. He looked past his nose. I tell these guys always to look past your nose when you're doing this type of work. And he was a little frustrated, but he kept his composure. We got down to pulling the harmonic balancer off, and typically at that mileage they would just slide right off, and then this one didn't. And then I was like, all right, well, we can get the puller set out. I have multiple ones, and even I gave him the wrong setup by me not being focused on that job, because I had so many other things going on in the shop that were way behind, in my opinion, as far as I like to see things going, and they weren't easy jobs. So I gave him the wrong setup, and we put the wrong piece into the crankshaft, and that was a little stuck. And then, I got myself back together and gave him the long rod to go inside. And someone said we were hitting the clutch fan with the tool the wrong way. Well, you were correct. It was the right procedure the wrong way, but that didn't matter because that nut was so rusted out. I didn't even care at that point because he was getting a new one. So somebody out there in YouTube land, you were correct. We were hammering on it the wrong way with the air chisel, but it wasn't a big deal because the 300,000 mile part was getting replaced. But thank you. So once we got the balancer off and he got the timing cover all shredded, and so I said, all right, now prep the block and the oil pan, so when they're done I want to take a look at it and give them my leak-free procedures. And he said to me, you are a really good teacher. Some people need, a guy like me to teach them. And then there's other ways of teaching people, like the Mary Poppins teacher, or the Richard Simmons installer. Is there a Richard Simmons kind of guy out here influencing YouTube? I don't think so. I don't see anybody out here clicking their heels and throwing pixie dust up in the air while they're fixing cars, because this isn't that type of work. But yeah, it felt good that he said, hey, you are a really good teacher, because I am giving them the masterful years of experience on top of him, breaking a 6mm bolt with a 90 foot-pound torque cordless high-powered ratchet. But some things still need to be learned. I try and learn something every day. And Dylan, I don't know how many times I show him how to use the tire machine. I don't know what to do with this guy. I keep showing. I told him, I said, tire install should be 30 minutes. Mount, balanced, and back on the car in 30 minutes. You should not be taking longer than 30 minutes to install 4 tires, unless they're difficult tires. Get them beat it. Big tires on the balancer that take lots of weight or whatever the case may be. But now I have to figure out a way to teach this kid after him being here, I don't know, 5-6 months, and we do quite a bit of tires for a Meineke shop that we're not known for tires, and he still can't get it. He's using arm assist and all this other assist on tires that requires 0 assist, like slam them on and get off. He's like, I want the metal head back on the machine. I put the plastic head back on because you were scuffing people's wheels and creating more work for me. So now I put the plastic one back on, and then you keep snapping them off. So now I have to figure out a way to get his head to understand how this machine works. I mean, I have installed tires with machines with less abilities. I've even used a Coates 44 whatever machine way back in the day, which was basically nothing. I mean, putting a tire on, you might as well be putting it on without anything, in my opinion. It just helped the rim down with a spinny tool in the center, which was the way to go. But could you imagine these guys using the dinosaur shit equipment that we used when we started? But somebody let me know if there's a Richard Simmons type guy out here in our business, because I watch a lot of the top guys, and their personalities aren't, super, ooh, this is so much fun, or Richard Simmons, rah, rah, rah. Somebody tell me, because our line of work isn't that type of work. It's not like we're finding treasures and we're digging for gold and, things like that. But let me know. Thanks for watching.